My name is Ms.Nakajubi, Managing Director, Kasanje Practical and Demonstration Farm. This farm is located in Wakiso District, in Kasanje Town Council, at Bugogo Village. And it's just at the main road, you don't have to go deep. So I'm a farmer, rearing animals and as well as crop production, doing crop production. Today I'm exhibiting, there is a business farmers convention at Victory Church. I'm one of the exhibitors, but today here I'm exhibiting piggery mainly and poultry. The breed behind you're seeing is called Canberra. I'm a pig farmer, a serious pig farmer. I keep Canberras and also Duloc. And the Dulocos I'm keeping specifically males, which males are imported specifically for semen production. I produce semen from Duloc males and also some other boas that are like the hybrid boas, where I also get semen and process it, package it and sell it out farmers. Actually, the semen I'm producing has helped so many farmers to improve their breeds. Ideally, we didn't have pure Dulocs, and farmers were looking for this semen. Because of the good productive traits that Duloc has, the farmers would really yearn to get this breed, to get the good productive traits, to stamp them into their breeds. So what I did was to go and import some Dulocs specifically for semen production. For any farmers out there doing pig farming, you can come for this semen at Kasanje Practical and Demonstration Farm. At Kasanje Demonstration Farm, I basically do breeding. I specialized into breeding. I produce, I breed and then multiply. I produce and then multiply and get good offsprings, which I can sell out to farmers to go and improve their breeds. I mainly sell piglets. At 2 months, I sell both males and females because I have different boas. I make sure that I control the inbreeding. I factor it into my breeding. In addition to doing this farming, I'm a technical person and my specialty is in breeding. So I really know what I'm trying to do. I do the best for the farmers. And for the case of pigs, I also offer other consultancies, like I do trainings. I organize trainings in pig production. I organize one-day trainings for farmers. Farmers usually come and they train in pig production. They also come at certain days I organize trainings for dairy production, and other days I organize trainings for poultry production. So farmers come, and when they come, I equip them with a lot of theories and practicals as well. By the time a farmer leaves the farm, they are able to go back and implement practically what they have learned here at Kasanje Farm to their own farms. Yesterday I had a woman who came here. She testified. I had actually 2 women. They were different women. They came here and testified. They were so happy. She told me she left, she was being used. I mean, she was employed. But she came for training in Kasanje Practical Farm. After that training, she resigned from her job. She went and put into practice what I trained her. And in addition to the training, the knowledge she got there, she learned how structures, the farm layout, and also how structures are constructed. I have a structure where down I'm rearing pigs and up is poultry. I'm keeping thousands of birds up on that structure. But I use the same roofing, and within that same roofing, down is I'm rearing pigs and up is poultry. So she learned a lot from my farm. In addition to the technical knowledge I gave her and the practical skills I gave her, but also touring the farm. She learned how I'd planned my structures for dairy. Down I'm rearing cattle, up is where I'm keeping their feed. So, you know, there is a lot she learned from me. And she was so glad that her entire life, that was her turning point, and she has now improved. And she was advocating for people to come and learn and pick all those skills, the knowledge, and even the ideas of how I'm doing it, because it was really amazing to her, and now she's a changed person. So I also call you in Kasanje, we do dairy. We have cows, dairy cows. I started with one cow, which cow I want to encourage farmers. Don't get discouraged. I started with one cow. I inseminated it myself. It gave me a female. I inseminated it the second time. It gave me a female. The third time, again a female. But even the females it gave me, I inseminated them, they gave me females. And lucky enough, I didn't use sex semen, but I would get females. So I'm encouraging them that you don't have to have too much money to start. You can start where you are. You can start with what you have to grow. Because I've grown, I'm a very big person right now. I'm a very rich farmer right now because of farming. Pig production is one of the things that has really done me great. And I want to encourage women out there. Please support your husbands by doing farming. I personally am employed, but I take farming as my core business in addition to employment. Because this is mine, it's keeping me out of poverty throughout my entire life. I might have a job today, I may not have it tomorrow, but my farm will always be there and it will always be mine. And my children are assured of good future. When you look at this girl here, she's sorry. I've scared her. This lady here, if you look at her, she's very young. She's 1 year. She has produced only once, and I've just served her the second time. She's going to give me piglets for the second time. But she feeds only once in a day, and I give her 2.5 kilograms. That's enough for her for the entire day. But what I don't do, I don't restrict her with water. Water is a very important nutrient in pigs. What I do, I give her a lot of water, and this water has to be clean water, 24 hours. She's supposed to have access to water. And not dirty water. Farmers usually do a mistake. Once they put water into the pigs and they see that water there, they don't change it. The water gets dirty. Once it gets dirty, the pigs don't take it and they don't change it. So you're supposed, if your system of giving them water is by putting it into the water trough, you have to change it every time in a day. You change it 3 times. So this woman eats only once in a day and she eats the following day. But I want to encourage farmers out there, never compromise nutrition for profit. The problem has been that we usually think that we are saving and we give poor nutrition. I mean, we subject them to poor nutrition, or we give them feed which is non-nutritious, thinking that we are saving and we are getting more profit. But that is reflected in its performance in terms of growth rate and the production, the number of piglets it's going to give you, and also how the piglets, the vigor of the piglets will be. So I usually advise them not to compromise nutrition for profit. And I also mix my feed. I get maize bran by the maize bran first grade. And then mix it. At times I use cow dyes, concentrate. But there is also a special nutrient that has really worked for me. It's called diatom earth. Diatom earth, some samples are there, you will see it. That nutrient is so good, you can see it. This diatom earth is a very good nutrient. You're seeing a cow, but it also works in pigs, poultry, and others. It's a very good nutrient. It has macro and micro elements. And it has so many nutritive values in it, and all the elements that were combined in it. Once you give it to your pigs, it increases digestibility, they perform so well, and even the hygiene is good. Once you come to my farm, you can get surprised. the pigs don't smell. There are many, because I'm doing it commercially. I have close to 300 pigs, but they don't smell. They are performing so well. It's not that I don't experience challenges like other farmers. It's because I know the best nutrition and I apply science in managing my pigs and cattle, plus the poultry. 10,000, that one is 10,000, the diatom earth. I put one bag of 5 kgs, that one, in 100 kilograms, but it does a lot. The other ingredients I use a complete concentrate. These concentrates are imported from Netherlands. They are called cow-dice concentrates. But if I don't use those, I get protein. Which protein? I use soya or mukene. However, due to a little bit of adulteration, I stopped using them. Adulteration, because it happens. You might think I'm giving 16 kilograms of protein, say for the adult pigs. And for the young ones, it is supposed to be 22 kilograms. So if you use these other concentrates which are adulterated, you may think you've put 22 kilograms, and in actual sense, it's sand. In actual sense, instead of 22, you've put about 10, the rest is sand. So your animals won't perform like that. I used to use them. Actually, they are the ones I used to use. But after seeing the effect, that's why I decided to change to these other concentrates, to change to diatom earth and cow dice. My pigs are performing so well. My cattle, the cows are performing so well. And the chicken, I've got a parent stock which I imported. A parent stock of broilers and rainbow roosters. I imported them from India. And the males are there, you've seen them. You can see some of them. I also put diatom earth in their feed. And I usually put it, I don't put it when they have started laying. I put it before they start laying, so that they can get used to it. Because if you apply it when they are in lay, it has a little bit of setback. They get a setback in egg production. So I introduce it when they are still young, before they go into laying. And they perform so well. You can get your chicks. I get the eggs, hatch the chicks. The chicks are performing well. In addition to chicken, I also keep turkeys. I keep gin fowls. I keep so many things at Kasanje. It's really a practical and demonstration farm. I do a lot of things in addition to some crop production on small scale for demonstration. Now what we do in Kasanje, I think there is a lot I think we can employ we can share with other farmers for them to develop. Because Uganda is an agro-based country, where a lot of farmers, over 70, are employed in agriculture. So it's very unfair to find a few of us gaining from agriculture and yet others are lagging behind. So my number is 0772 476854 or 0704 93 66 42. So please come, we share, come, you learn. We are at your service. Kasanje Demonstration Farm is there for you. Thank you.